So, here we are. We're doing an expose. Yes. So the first expose is Shadow King. Shadow King. Shadow King. Wait, should I read a quote from Shadow King?
Do it.
Happiness is a lie. Life is horror. The light is always dying all across the universe. The last star will flicker out someday. When it does, all that remains, shadow. And I will be its king. Shadow King.
Do you think he can out Apocalypse? Because they're both so dramatic.
They are so dramatic. And I love them both, but I see... Because, you know, me, I'm all about more of the mystical and the the energies, and so Shadow King is more my speed. So I prefer Shadow King, but I think seeing them together and just like talking about their witty and smart, because they say the most profound things, so they could have probably the most crazy conversation about how they're going to take over the world with each other.
Yeah, there are a lot of times people describe Shadow King and Apocalypse as very like Shakespearean in the words they use and how dramatic they are.
Yeah. So, that's fun. But Shadow King is he can like possess people. He's had many different aliases and different possessions. He's like a master manipulator. And his first appearance was X-Men number 117 in October 1978.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's kind of tragic because just recently the X-Men were finally able to like excise Shadow King from his host Amal Farouk, and Amal was like kind of a pawn, and he felt so bad. Like, I did all these things. They're like, you weren't in control, dude. It wasn't you. But
Right.
he's a scary villain.
Scary villain.
I go where I wanna go. Jean.
Scott.
Jean?
Scott. I summon the Arctic winds.
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds.
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds.
No more mutants! There's always more gators in the bayou.
Don't get a
All right, welcome to this week's Solving for X. I almost said Hanging with the Hollows, Kevin. Oh no!
We're doing too many shows. That's the problem.
I know. We almost have a break coming up. One more episode of Hanging.
Yes.
Which is actually out now. You could see us live titty time on Hanging with the Hollowells.
Yes. And we do have the quiz show, I suppose. There's that episode too, but
True.
Yeah. It's nearing the end.
It's nearing the end.
Yeah.
So we're actually behind the curtain. We're recording this super early. Like, the last episode just came out yesterday early, so we don't have any responses for previously on yet. So if we do get responses, I'll talk about them in next week's episode.
Sure. Yeah. See, we're early to the punch.
Yeah, we're early. We have a busy week coming up, so might as well tackle it now. Thor Love and Thunder's coming out. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Boo, 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 boo.
Boo, 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 boo. So let us know if you still have an opinion on which Mr. Sinister you like more, the Freudian, like, late 1800s Sinister, or the child, like, posing as Mr. Sinister.
Yes.
All right, but this week we are covering Whatever It Takes and also Red Dawn. Starting with Whatever It Takes, this came out November 6th, 1993, written by Julia Lewald and directed by Larry Houston.
Oh, whatever it takes, baby. Whatever it takes, baby. That's an old Amy Grant song from the 90s, just so you know.
Really?
Yes. See, the most random songs come into my head when I hear certain phrases.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So what's interesting with Julia writing this episode is she just had a baby at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very motherly episode.
My son.
My son, he is my son. All right, shall we get into it, girl?
At Mount Kilimanjaro. You know, I think about Lion King too when I hear Kilimanjaro because Rafiki sings a song about down in Upandi and he has Kilimanjaro in there.
You know, it's funny. I just noticed when I wrote it, I'm so into like women's rights right now. I wrote Mount Kilimanjaro.
Ma'am. Get your
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, get your Jaro back in that kill. I don't know. At Mount Kilimanjaro, Mijnari speedily runs in sandals. Oh, that's dangeroso.
Right?
Don't speedy run in sandals. No. As he plays football with friends, he sees a void open in the mountain. But only he can see it. His friends call him batshit crazy. It's like, don't you see it? No, man. What you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis? And I referred to it as football since Americans are the only ones who call it soccer. So it's football through this episode since it's in Africa.
That's right. Yes.
Back at the manor, Jean is using Cerebro and senses something is up in that. I love how she says in that part of Africa. It's not even a specified place in that part of Africa.
Look on the map. That part of Africa. It's in danger.
We want to make sure we don't offend anybody and like misrepresent them. So it's happening there in that part of Africa. Beast joins Jean in looking at the light. Enter Storm and Rogue. Storm has healed from her wounds from last episode. Jean shows everyone that there seems to be a tear in the astral plane, possibly from Bishop's time travel.
Ooh, tear that astral plane up.
Okay, Kevin, this is where I have the power now. Do you remember what Storm was healing from?
I don't know. I just remember her Rogue threw the mug. Did she get hit by the mug? No. She was laying down after she talked to Gambit, but I don't remember why.
Yeah, it was because she went to go confront the Friends of Humanity, and they shot her while she was in the air.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
yeah.
Wow, I didn't think that would affect her that badly. Wow.
I know she's been shot like that before, and it wasn't any big deal.
It's just a beam. Like
yeah. But I do think it's funny that, I don't know, to me, this excuse that Bishop's time traveling weakened the barrier of the astral plane, I'm like, you guys went way left field to explain this. I don't know why they didn't just say, like, because they tell us later in this episode, Professor X trapped the Shadow King. Yeah. So why not just say, like, since he's gone, the astral plane got weakened?
See, for me, time traveling and astral plane are completely different things. They don't merge together like that, you know? Astral plane is on our own dimension, just in a different, like, reality in a sense. But the time travel is like a whole other, like, different dimension in a way, you know?
Yeah, like time travel is like up and down through time. Astral plane's like side to side through different dimensions.
A parallel.
Oh no, not the players.
The players.
Well, and I thought too, it would have like upped the drama because then the X-Men could be like, oh no, like his power is fading. What could have happened to him? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Could have made them worry more than, because right now they're like, Professor's gone. We don't know where he went.
Like, I guess it's up to us.
Yeah, we'll find him one day. But right now we're kind of chilling. It's kind of nice not having him around.
Yeah. Some notes I have about this scene. I put, Beast, glasses and underwear is a very good look. I know because I've done it plenty of times.
Nice.
Gina Cerebro is not a good look.
No.
She does not look very good.
No.
Like, oh, poor Jean. That's not fashion statement of the year, but but yeah. Scene 3. Mm-hmm. Back in that part of Africa, the kids play on as the Shadow King emerges from the astral plane. He turns into a weird floaty head thing. Oh, just like in Charmed with the things on Leo in season 7.
Oh,
Even talks like them.
he does.
Oh, reminiscent of the avatars in Charmed.
That's why I was laughing.
See, I really need to stop. Well, I mean, because it's funny that I react based on what I think, and then it says it. But X-Men did it first. I mean, sure, they did. They did. The Shadow King possesses Mijnari.
Oh. So what are your thoughts at this point?
Well, first of all, I'm thinking some friends, they just laugh at you when you start acting crazy and scared, and then mysterious levitating, like, ha, 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 you're funny. I'm like, hello? I would be pissed off if you don't even care about me.
Right.
And then I'm like, I'd be pissed, but then I'm like, oh, maybe my Shadow King ragey eyes are me being mad at you. That's what you get for being laughing at me. But yeah, I was like, ooh, this is exciting though. I was in it.
Yeah, I don't know if you've watched Stranger Things season 4 yet.
I haven't finished even season 1.
Okay.
I'm so behind.
But yeah, we just finished that today because the last 2 episodes came out yesterday. Like in this new season, like they levitate, and it's no joke because they're like each of their limbs get bent backwards and break, and like their face gets broken. It's like dramatic. Ooh. If I ever see a friend levitate after seeing season 4 of Stranger Things, I'm not laughing. I need to quickly play what's called "Running Up That Hill" by Kate Bush because apparently that's what saves them.
Oh, okay.
I'm obsessed with that song now, by the way. It's so good. I played it in the car today, and my mom's like, I hate this song. I hate her voice. I'm like, good, I'll play it more.
Is it like a current radio hit?
No, it's all the way back from the early 80s. But Alan took me to this theater in LA that's amazing called Alamo Drafthouse, where like they serve alcohol and food at your seat. And they have a strict no talking policy, which I freaking love because like yesterday we saw Elvis and people were talking so much. But they played all this stuff in front of the movie. We saw Men there. They played all this stuff in front of it that had to do with men. And one of the things they played was Kate Bush's music video, which is, I've heard of her, but I've never seen her video. But it was that song. And then now they play it a bunch in season 4 of Stranger Things. So now it's like a radio hit again because of that.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bringing it back.
But we're not here to talk about Kate Bush, Kevin.
No.
In the upper Amazon in Brazil, Wolverine is on a tugboat searching for Morph.
Time, Rivera das Carreras, Alvarada, and others.
You didn't even say the name.
No, I said the A word in the upper A word.
Oh, Amazon.
Don't say it. You'll wake her up.
See, I always think the A word is Alexa, but I forgot Amazon freaks them out too. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
the boat captain makes fun of him for looking for a man who can look like anyone. Wolverine catches Morph's scent and scrams.
Ooh. I said, oh, Wolverine's monkey.
Yeah.
His little monkey friend.
I still don't remember when Wolverine says this one's for you, Morph. I know it happens. This one's for you, Morph. And you remember it too, so it happened.
I do remember it. It did happen. Was it on the boat?
Not in this episode.
Oh. It was on something. I do remember hearing it. Of course, I always remember hearing Morph, and that never happened apparently, so who knows?
Yeah.
All right. 5.
Mm-hmm.
In Tanzania, all these countries, city of Dodoma.
See, this one's like really specific. In Tanzania, city of not in that part of Africa.
I know. It's so weird. Rogue and Storm are searching for the source of the astral tear. Storm dramatically calls on the weather to put out village fires. the people of the village come out to greet Storm. A villager tells them Mizunari is in danger. Storm tells Rogue Mizunari is my son, her son.
Were you surprised by that she has a son?
I was a little bit, yeah. Because it's not like an evolution where it was like her nephew or something. Who was that Spike? Were they even related in that evolution? Or was it just...
I think he might have been her nephew, but I
He was
really don't remember.
Yeah, something they were connected. There was a kid like him that was connected to her too.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, like, oh my gosh, how long would it take them to fly to Africa? They're over here. They go, let's fly to Africa. And like last season, Rogue had to hitch a ride on a plane. And here they're just like, let's just fly themselves. I'm like,
That's a very good point. Maybe they flew on a plane there and then they flew the rest of the way.
Yeah, maybe we just didn't get that cut. It's like, let's fly to this plane, get off this plane. Now they can film us flying off the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Canonical.
Yeah.
In a nearby mountain, Mizunari has instantly hit puberty and now has a deep voice. He touches the rain and knows instantly that Storm has returned. All according to plan. Mid-Shadow King vows to once more enslave Storm.
I think I wonder. He's like, I touch the rain. Her delicious powers. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just weird.
It is a little odd.
But, I'll roll with it. It's a character trait.
Mm-hmm.
Back in Brazil, Wolverine enters a bar and accuses the bartender of being Morph. He's dressed like a cowboy, wiping the tables. I don't know who that is, but I'm Morph. Like, he got the new job quick. Wolverine threatens to take Morph back no matter what. Morph turns into Jean. Morph turns into Jean and taunts Wolverine about not loving a freak like him. She's like, I'm in love with Cyclops! Like, and then Wolverine's face is a gas face. It's like, no!
I also love that Wolverine straight up like screams and runs.
I know! I put here. I put, run to the woods! Oh my gosh, crack me up.
So I have a lot of notes for this scene. So let's unpack this here.
Sure.
So we talked about Morph. He knows all the buttons to push the X-Men, but I'm still kind of like, he turns into a lot of women to flirt with men.
He does. Mm-hmm.
I think
his sexual identity is fluid. He's fluid.
Yeah. I like that. I think any shapeshifter should be fluid. Like,
they
it makes
should
more
be.
sense.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And he's still so funny, even when he's evil. He's cracking jokes.
I know. Great.
We do have a 90s moment, and it rolls into our cameo. So I'm going to have to play both at once for you, Kevin.
Okay.
Man.
You've got mail. 90s moments.
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can. Cameo.
So there's two people who walk out of this bar. And actually, I'm going to be straightforward, honest. I didn't recognize them. I had to look this up in the notes. And I was like, oh my God, that is them. Yeah, when Wolverine's walking in, two people leave who are being taunted by Morph. And they are totally Bloodscream and Roughhouse.
I don't know those names.
I know. I didn't even know Roughhouse. I know Bloodscream. But Bloodscream, actually, they both debuted in Wolverine #4 in February of '89. Bloodscream is the one, he has white hair and a ponytail. He has superhuman strength, speed, agility, stamina, and reflexes, and can drain blood from his victims through his hand.
Oh.
Roughhouse is a rock troll. He's a descendant from Asgard. He has superhuman strength, stamina, and durability.
Wow.
So this was a deep cut right here.
Bar of the Mutants. I love it.
Yeah, and like Bloodscream has showed up in other things beyond this. Roughhouse was really just maybe even just that comic, I think. He wasn't in very much.
Yeah, craziness.
Yeah. That's it from my notes.
Okay. Cool. Let's do the next one.
Back in someplace in Africa, Storm's friend Shawnee explains that Mizunari is her birth child, but Storm breathed life into him when he was born. He was a stillborn. She stayed and helped Shawnee raise him. Storm is Mizunari's godmother, so she's not really his mom. She's his godmother.
Yeah,
Way to
so
bury the lead, Storm.
The way they were talking about, I'm like, oh, so yeah, you just breathe some life into him with your mutantness, and then but then he always calls her mother. I'm like, if she see, this is the thing, if she didn't really raise him as the mom, then I don't know why he's calling her mom. It was weird.
It's almost like a little bit queer to me, like two moms raising him. I wonder if that was kind of like the underlying message.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it is kind of like, well, Shawnee's right there, so like calling somebody else mother is almost like, to me, a slap in the face.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not your real mother, even though I birthed you.
Yeah. My drag.
Right.
We get an explanation of when Mizunari gained his mutant powers a year ago. Shawnee explains that Mizunari suddenly changed yesterday. Rogue puts 2 and 2 together of Jean saying that the astral plane opened yesterday too.
My astral plane is open very often.
Very often.
Well, not as often as you would think. I'm more of a not that persuasion, I suppose, but it does open every once in a while, once in a blue moon.
Okay. So there's not a deadbolt on the back door; it just is locked.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Shadow King shows up and tells Storm he'll let Mizunari go in exchange for Storm. He tells her to meet him on the mountain. Rogue wants to help, but Storm ditches her. Rogue gives a 5-minute monologue and then follows. I ain't letting that old girl go off alone. Okay, just go after her.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is where it gets to like a weird cut. This is, yeah. This was a weird cut to me because they're all talking about Mizunari, and then all of a sudden he's there. It's almost like they cut part of it out. It's just like they're talking, and he's like, oh, where'd you come from?
They probably did.
Yeah, I was like, it was very abrupt. I was like, this is a little weird, but I mean, sure. All right. Down from the mountain, look who comes. The American warlord Brigham Young. My name is Brigham Young. I don't know. Quoting Book of Mormon, because I said, down from the mountain, I don't know. Everything's a musical. All right.
Good.
Atop the mountain, Ms. Shadow King waits for Storm. She doesn't disappoint. Storm demands Shadow King to leave Mizunari. Shadow King asks for an exchange. But then Rogue shows up. Shadow King reveals that he is still weakened from Professor X's imprisonment and needs Storm's strength, her delicious powers. Storm agrees to let him in and is possessed by the Shadow King. I love how Rogue is like trying to fight the air. She's like, no! Don't go in there! Shadow Storm is ecstatic at their new power. Shadow Storm vows to take over Cairo and bounces. Rogue tells Mizunari to stay and goes after Storm.
So, if you remember back to X-Men Apocalypse, they did kind of show Storm living in Cairo.
Yes.
But they changed the story where Apocalypse approaches her, and she's like, I've always hated this about Apocalypse. Apocalypse comes and he's like, oh, who's this beautiful blue woman? She's like, oh, that's Mystique. She saves mutants. She's like our savior of everything. And Apocalypse is like, oh, that's cool. Do you want to go like kill some mutants or something? And she's like, okay.
I never even thought about that. That is so true. We love her. Let me take control.
Yeah. That's always bothered me because like the whole thing with his horsemen is they're always like mind controlled and they don't really want to help, but they just made it so casual. Okay, let's go kill some bitches. But yeah, the whole Cairo part was taken from the comics because she was orphan living on the streets, and her parents did get killed in a blast during a battle. And so she was like a thief in the streets stealing for Shadow King. And that's how the professor found her. He vanquished Shadow King and then took Storm in.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to say about that flashback thing with the baby, the dead baby, and the Storm breathing into him. She had Phoebe season 6 haircut. I was like, oh, I see you, Phoebe. Storm.
Oh yeah, she did. You're right. So much charmed.
I know. I'm always gonna make those references now. See, now it's funny. Instead of the X-Men references on our Charmed podcast, we're gonna get Charmed references on an X-Men podcast.
Yeah, this is what you've done to me. I hate you.
I'm so excited. Okay.
In the air, Rogue catches up with Shadowstorm. Shadowstorm pretends she's an answering machine and tells Rogue that Storm is occupied at the moment. Please leave a message.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Yeah, it was very that. You're right. Oh my god! At the Sexy Xy's, full disclosure, we took my mom to Moulin Rouge the musical today, and then we went to a nerdy like Star Wars bar. And every time somebody would order a certain drink, all the lights would go off, and they'd play Ghostbusters, and they'd light marshmallows on fire. I'm like, I was born to live here.
I love that.
Yeah, it was great. She zaps Rogue with lightning. Rogue catches up and ungloves. Storm snaps to and tells Rogue to leave. Shadowstorm creates a tornado and blows Rogue. Miss Nari runs in to the rescue and catches Rogue. So this kind of struck me as a little interesting because Rogue says you don't know the Shadow King like I do to Mishnari, but I was like, do you know the Shadow King? Like,
right?
Do you have any history with him?
Right? Like, were you there? Like, are we told when Rogue joined? We don't really get her backstory. Like, was she there when this happened? We don't know at this point.
Yeah, we don't know. It's very vague what happened before, and that dark phase that Jean went through. We don't know. We don't know what that was.
Is that in the past or is that in the future? We don't know.
We don't know.
I do love that Shadow King tells Rogue, he's like, oh, your body is rather crowded. I think I'll stay in Storm. I'm like, ooh, clues to what's going on with her. Mm.
I love that too, because, we know at this point, Captain, or Miss Marvel, she was Miss Marvel at that point, was in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one point, I don't remember how many she had. I think she had like over 100 like souls stuck in her, and it drove Rogue crazy. Wow. She went into a coma.
Yeah. Okay. 11. Okay. Back in Brazil, Wolverine is still running through the jungle. He falls into a men's shaft. I know. A mine shaft.
I like men's shaft.
I was being facetious, but yes. Morph calls out to him from the shadows. He walks towards Wolverine as he morphs into Deadpool, and then Omega Red, and then Maverick. Oh, see, I was going to try to impress you with when I saw these different ones, but you already put it out there for me.
Nice.
Morph tells Wolverine he can't hurt his body, but he can hurt his mind. He's like, your body heals, but I can make you go crazy. Morph turns into Wolverine and they fight. Morphs. Morphs Madame Mimily into animals.
I need like that.
Madame Mimily. I don't know what this means.
Madam Mimily.
Okay. I'm the magnificent, marvelous Madam Mim. Okay. Yes, she does. He's like, oh yeah, morphs Madam Mimily into animals. It's like, not a vegetable, a mineral, only animal. And takes down Wolverine. Yeah, he's like, I'm a panther. I'm a rhino. Ooh. And you caught me. He crescendos. Ooh, a musicality word. Crescendos with an appearance by Sabretooth and then takes off to deal with this alone. Wolverine says the X-Men will be there for him when he returns.
Girl, I want you to share in this excitement.
Okay.
So Alan and I bought tickets, and Jesse and Rachel are going too. We all bought tickets to go to the Oogie Boogie Bash. And it's heavily rumored that not only will the Sanderson sisters probably be there, but also Madame Mim.
I love it.
I know.
I'm
so excited.
Silvery voice, long purple hair, la 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 la.
I want to watch that movie now. She's so great.
It's like whenever she appears on screen, I'm like so in love. Like, it's great.
Yeah. I do call a little bit of shenanigans here that Morph turns into these people like Deadpool, Omega Red, and Maverick, because this is another like rogue situation. Like, how much does Morph really know about Wolverine? Like, Wolverine doesn't even remember a lot of this stuff.
This is like far into his past.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo.
we do have a cameo: Deadpool, Omega Red, Maverick, and Sabretooth. Which we've seen, I think, everybody but Maverick before, right?
Yes. I think Deadpool was on a screen. I don't think we saw him like live in person like that, but I think he was on TV or something, right?
Yeah, I think so. So
Okay.
That's cool, though. I just still wanted to call them out, though.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Okay. There's this one point where like Wolverine like almost like puts his claws into Sabretooth's like face. He does not do the middle one. He just does the outside one and traps him. So he doesn't like he doesn't stab him in the face. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's left his middle one unclawed.
Yeah, he does that sometimes as like a threat. Like, I can do the middle one now and take you out kind of thing. But yeah, I don't see it a whole lot.
Because like, I was like, this is. Oh, I was scared for a minute there.
It is interesting though that he has so much control over his claws. He can pop any one claw at any time.
Yeah. And like in the X-Men movie, he did nothing but the middle one.
That's true. That's true. He does that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's always great.
Yeah.
Oh, a little teaser for Marvelous Galaxy of Disney this past Monday. There's actually an actor rumored to be Wolverine that we talk about. Back in Africa, Rogue and Mizhnari look towards the mountain in desperation. Rogue takes off after Shadowstorm. We get a flashback of Shadow King using Storm as a thief at a young age. Storm flies up into space. She can't kill Shadow King, but she can stop him by stopping herself. Storm passes out, but Rogue catches her. In a moment of reprieve from the Shadow King, Storm and Rogue tell Mizhnari to split, but he wants to help. He noticed the ass, Trolltear, has been shrinking, but he can bait Shadow King into chasing him into the tear and trapping him once more. Mizhnari takes off, much to Storm's chagrin.
Yes. Yeah. So there we go. Things are. He's like, I can see it. So Why do you think Mizunari is the only one that can see this?
Yeah, that's interesting because not even Storm or Rogue can see it. Because my first inkling would be like maybe it's just mutants, but that's not it.
Right. And
I
they've had
think,
experience with him already too, with the Shadow
yeah,
King.
I guess my thought would be maybe it's because the Shadow King is targeting Mizunari that like he made it so that he could see it.
Maybe. Yeah, because at first I thought because maybe he was like possessed by him, but then again, Storm was possessed by him too,
Mm-hmm.
and then he even saw the stuff before he even was possessed to begin with. He saw it coming out of the mountain, so I was like, I wonder what it is. It's interesting.
Or maybe it's separate from his mutanism. Maybe he's just
Just in
sensitive to
tune.
like the
Yeah,
spectral realm.
he's kind of like Phoebe, where he's just kind of has those psychic intuitions, those psychic vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do kind of like the writing that like it doesn't matter. They don't explain it ever, and that's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, it's just a cool trait of his. I'm like, I dig it.
Yeah. Mijnari actually is a pretty cool character, and he was completely original to the show. So like there's no mention of him in the comics.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wish we would get more because I kind of dig it. I dig him.
I know. I almost would have rather them not put Spike into X-Men Evolution and put Mijnari instead.
Yeah, yeah. And that'd be a really good way to tie it to the OG show in a way,
Yeah.
All right. 13. In the air, the Shadow King vows to make Storm suffer for casting him out. Mizunari gets Shadow King's attention. Storm calls a storm to try to dissuade Shadow King from Mizunari. Rogue throws a rock and pretty much does nothing. The Shadow King is unwavering in his pursuit of Mizunari. Mizunari runs so fast he leaves fire marks. Yeah, he's going. He's booking it. I'm like, yes. He's like, I'm gonna catch you. I know I will.
In
Into
the
the
sandals.
In the sandals. The Shadow King follows Mizunari into the astral tear.
Yeah, this part with Rogue throwing the rock, it reminds me of the second greatest animated series ever, Batman the Animated Series.
Mm.
One of the best episodes is I Almost Got Him, I think it's called, or Almost Caught Him, where it's like all the villains are in Arkham talking about how they almost got Batman.
Oh, I do remember that episode.
Yeah, when it gets to Killer Croc, he goes, I threw a rock at him. And everyone just stops and looks at him like, what? That's your story? Because everybody has these long, drawn-out stories. He's like, threw a rock at him.
Rat-ta-ta. Rat-ta-ta. Story. What's your story?
Oh, no.
Always gotta bring Crazy Ex-Girlfriend up, too. I don't know. Okay. Anyway.
All right. In the astral plane, Storm's warning rings out throughout the space. Before it seals itself. It's so dramatic. I love it.
Yeah. Echoes.
By the way, I don't know if it's coming through on the recording, but like it's July 2nd and people are setting off fireworks all around us. So sorry.
Yeah,
if
here
there's
too.
booming. Yeah. It's sad because our cute, sweet little dog is like terrified. She's like freaking out. Let's see. Mijnari tumbles through a gay pride astral plane. Outside, Storm and Rogue claw at the rock. Yeah, there's like rainbows everywhere. I want to go there.
Bows and flowers of angel hair.
Outside, Storm and Rogue claw at the rock where the tear was. Well, like right of it.
I was like, yeah, scratch that mountain, Storm.
Scratch it. Yes. Live your best life.
Like, ow.
Mijnari finds the exit and thrusts his hand through. Storm and Rogue pull him through just before it reseals, trapping the Shadow King once more.
Yes. 15. Storm and Rogue fly gallantly into the sunset. While in flight, they ask about segue. While in flight, they ask about Professor Xavier and if he's all right. I wonder what he's doing.
Yeah. Almost as good as any other segue used on Marvelous Galaxy of Disney, we cut to Professor Xavier. Freeing himself from the avalanche him and Magneto were caught in. The two lovers look over the Savage Land. Magneto grabs Professor X's hand and pulls him close and says, "It's okay, baby. I'm here for you."
Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I saw. See?
They
I knew we
seem
watched the
very
same
like
thing.
they seem very queer.
Yeah.
This little
They're
part.
very huggy. They were like, put your hand on my shoulder. Or whatever, head on my shoulder. And then, yeah, he's like, come on, get up. Let's hold hands. Let's walk together.
Make
We're
love
in
to
Ant-
me with your legs.
Yes, we were in Antarctica, but now we're in the Savage Land, which is in Antarctica, but it's not cold. It's like the opposite of cold in Antarctica.
Yep.
A hidden thing.
Magneto gives us an explanation of what the Savage Land is, a land he found and inhabited in the past. Professor X finds he can walk once more, but both dudes have also lost their powers. They are attacked by Republicans on pterodactyls. I usually try to leave politics out, but I thought that was too good to pass up.
Yeah.
The two men are dropped into a river and tumble down a waterfall. To be continued!
Oh. So, Professor X has good aim with that boomerang, which, yeah. I was like, yes, that's crazy. I would not have hit that thing flying far away from me, but
Yeah.
I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
I have questions. So, why don't the powers work? Is that something that's typical of Savage Land?
No, but it is
Yeah.
addressed eventually, so I'm not going to tell you why.
Okay. And I don't recall if Professor Xavier's inability to walk is it a result of his powers, or if it's like there's a link to his powers in the walking, or no?
So in this show, I think that was the excuse to kind of get around it. They said like it was powers that caused him to be crippled, so without powers, it's fixed. Which even Eric Lewald said makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, I was very confused by these things. I'm like, I have questions. So.
Yeah, he basically said they just needed an excuse to like have him walk because how else like getting around the Savage Land in a wheelchair?
Yeah, that'd be a bumpy situation.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
So yeah, okay. At least it makes sense in the lore of the show, but doesn't make sense really. So okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Cool.
Was that all your questions?
Yeah, that was it. Just those things. Because I was like, why are the powers not working, and why is he able to walk? Those are the things that were coming to my mind.
Yeah, there may be like a sinister plot that's like causing their powers not to work.
Okay, winky face.
All right, would you say this one is X-Treme or X Out?
Oh, I'll X-Treme it. There's a lot of good things that happen in it. Lots of fun stuff. And you're starting to see what we talked about, how they're trying to like not make them connect too much, and there's all these like little teams of X-Men, like they have little pairings, and their little side stories and stuff. So yeah, it's cool that that's apparent. I do miss the gang a little bit, but
yeah, they are still doing strong episodes, but you're right, it's not as fun that they don't tie in anymore. So that's what I'm looking forward to in X-Men 97. Without anybody telling them not to, I hope they go back to that formula.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely X-Treme.
Yeah, me too, X-Treme. Who would you say is your MXP, most exceptional player?
Yeah, what do we call it again? Yeah. I'm going to put Mizunari as my guy this week. You know, he had to go through a lot of crazy stuff that he didn't ask upon, and he stepped up to the plate, and he was doing his thing. I was very proud of him.
Yeah, I would agree, because we see almost a different side of Storm. Like, Shadow King is like the one villain that like gets under her skin and she doesn't really know how to deal with. So yeah, I like that Storm kind of gave up to save Mizunari, but Mizunari's like, fuck that, I'm going to save myself and save you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always liked this episode. It's always stood out to me. I've always really liked Mizunari, so yeah, good stuff.
Cool.
What would you say is the X factor?
I put Rogue stepping up to accompany Storm because it's nice that they decided she has to go. Like she has a personal connection to it, so she had to go. But she brought Storm. I'm surprised that Moore didn't agree to like go with her. I mean, I know they all have their own things and people are missing and stuff, so maybe that's why. But I was like, oh, just by herself and one other person. But maybe they didn't think it was going to be as big a thing as it was either. So
That's true, because Scott and Jean are on their honeymoon.
yeah.
Wolverine's after Morph, so that leaves Beast, Jubilee, and Gambit. But we kind of see Jubilee takes off in the next episode, so maybe that's part of like what's going on now. You know what I mean?
Simultaneously, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting, but yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, when you think about it, there's not as many characters as I think X-Men. I think like a whole bevy of characters, but in the show we're kind of limited. I'm like, oh wait, there is less people than you would think there would be.
Yeah, because I think including the professor, there's 9 on the actual team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
For me, I think what is the X factor and what this episode, among like many others on this show, get right that the movies didn't is like, as random as it is that Storm is Mizunari's godmother, Stan Lee started this whole like snowball effect of treating his heroes like people first and like heroes second. So I love that she has a random godson that she's like so worried about, and like that's what X-Men is. It's the relationships and the drama. It's soap opera for men and women.
Right. Well,
soap
funny
opera for heroes.
It's the same philosophy on Charmed.
Yeah.
Sisters who happen to be witches, not witches who happen to be sisters.
Exactly. That's what we're drawn to, Kevin.
See? X-Men and Charmed are the same. They have the same heart.
They do. All right, shall we get into our next episode, Red Dawn?
Red Dawn. Yeah.
Red Dawn. And you guessed correct. This is totally about Omega Red.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this real quick. Do you like Omega Red?
I always liked his design, but I don't know if I ever liked the character so much.
Okay.
Like
I
liked
never liked the
him.
design or the character.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I remember when I first watched this a long time ago, I was like, "Who's this person?" I mean, he looks kind of like a crazy wrestler from the 80s.
He does. Like Hulk Hogan with tentacles.
Yeah. And I think just the whole metallic look and the tentacles was a little bit exciting to me. I'm like, you're not under the sea. Like, I don't know. I think it was more of like the shock because it was different for me at the time. And that's why I liked his design, but I don't know. Like, well, he's whatever.
Yeah, I know, like, he's a pretty popular character. Like, I know Chris, who was on our show, really likes him. He was really popular when he came out in comics, which is why he was in the show so soon. So people like him. He's just never, done much for me.
Yeah.
So his real name is Arkady Grigorovich Rusevich.
Very Russian.
And amongst like his hand-to-hand combat, his strength, his superhuman strength, speed, agility, stamina, durability, all of that, he also has regeneration powers by absorbing, plasma from people through his tentacles.
Oh, so like actual like plasma that's in your blood?
I think that's what it was. And like I remember
I guess
mutants, he gets more out of mutants than like humans.
Okay. So it's kind of like a person's life essence, but you're getting down to the actual science of it. It's plasma, which is, I guess, it does help you sort of live. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking through to see if it tells us exactly what it is that he takes from people. Okay, so it says life force. So I guess not specifically plasma.
Okay.
All right, and he first appeared in X-Men number 4 in January of 1992. So I remember we talked about him a little bit, and actually, Maybe I'll tell you that later. I'll tell you something later that Eric said about this episode.
Okay. Put a pin in that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this aired November 13th, 1993. So a year and 9 months after, like, he's only a year and 9 months old when they put him in the cartoon, really.
Yeah. Wow.
Written by Francis Moses and Ted Peterson, directed by Larry Houston.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a lot of directed by Larry Houstons. All right. Professor X and Magneto crawl out of the waterfall. They are walking through Geyserville. Magneto tells Xavier he doesn't understand his ideal for peace. Xavier says he doesn't want Magneto dead. He just doesn't like him, like, destroying shit and whatever. The men are chased by a T-Rex. They work together to goad him over a geyser and knock him out.
Yeah. Did this remind you of Charmed at all? It did me.
Did it? Which episode?
Soul Survivor, season 6, episode 7, when Chris and Leah were being chased by a T-Rex.
Oh, that is pretty dead on. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
I'm like, this is totally that moment. Like, we gotta work together, even though we hate each other, or we're not hate each other, but they're kind of like, at that point, Chris and Leah were kind of butting heads a lot, and then they were forced to have to work together. It's like, but X-Men did it first. I wonder if Charmed writers are watching X-Men.
I think everybody is watching X-Men.
Yeah.
So, like, I really like this whole... It was really smart writing to put Magneto and Professor X together and take away their powers, because now they have to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like, if you put leaders in a scenario like this, getting chased by a T-Rex, and they have to work together, I think it'd be a better world.
See? Exactly. Welcome to Jurassic Park. This is what Jurassic Park should be used for, to bring people together.
Yeah. And if some of them are too old and overweight to run, then they can get eaten. And we never have to have them president again.
Fresh under the rug. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Somewhere in Russia, Russians rehabilitate Omega Red. The people of the village are attacked by soldiers as Omega Red awakens. He vows revenge.
So this episode, we talked about this before, 27 years later. Oh my God, 27 years. We're still going through this shit. Like, this is so real because Russia and Ukraine, like, Jesus.
I just kept thinking Omega Red is Putin.
Yeah.
I have that in my notes. I'm like, this is scary. I want the power. I want to rule. I want to, I want everybody to bow before me. Like, yeah, piss me off.
Yeah, and like, I'm going to get real again. Like, a lot has happened in the past few weeks where, like, something as little as, like, I had an Amazon package that got delivered a few days later than it should have, so neither of us were home to grab it. So one of our neighbors, like, took our package. We caught it on film on our camera. So I printed out pictures and posted it everywhere all around the complex. But I'm like, okay. My car got broken into this week. Luckily, they didn't steal anything. We saw Elvis last night, and the whole row ahead of us was super loud. So I'm like, why do people have to suck so much? It makes me, like, I was a little down yesterday, and it makes part of me, like, want to be Apocalypse and, like, wipe everybody out and start over.
There's so many annoying, self-entitled, self-righteous people that are just so full of like, just their self-service and not even thinking about other people and how other people are affected. And that's sad. That's sucky. So yeah, I get it. And
yeah. And then
that's why I have a shirt that says Thanos was right too. I have a shirt that says Thanos was right because like.
Yeah, and of course, not to take away from, like, the real world issues, because it is still, like, abortion getting taken away, gay rights maybe being in the next sites, the whole war situation. Like, it just sucks. Everything just sucks.
Yeah, now they're trying to stop global warming efforts and things like that, and ridiculous.
Yeah. If we learned anything Sexy Xy's vote. Let's get the right people back in power. Let's turn this topsy-turvy 1950s world back to 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, not going back to 2020, 2022, but you know what I mean. I don't want to go back.
Oh, God.
All right. Okay. At an undisclosed manor, 3 men meet with Darkstar. They reveal that they want to use Omega Red to restore the Soviet Union, but Putin style.
Mm-hmm.
So Darkstar is really like kind of a deep cut. Like you don't see her a lot. Her real name is Lanya Petrovna. She debuted in the Champions number 7 in August of 1976. She started off, I wonder if we'll see something like this. She started off as a villain working with the Russians, but once she saw how bad the Russians were, she switched sides.
Oh, just like this episode.
Yeah, and like at that point in 1976 on the Champions was Angel, Warren Worthington, who we saw in The Cure, and my favorite, Iceman. So when Darkstar switched sides, he hit on her, and she would not give him the time of day.
Yeah, I didn't know who this lady was, but I was all for her.
Yeah. It's kind of cool because when Iceman did come out in the comics, they kind of explained that, like, that's why all of his attempts to date women went so bad, because he didn't really want to. He wanted to be with men. So I like how they explained it that way.
Yeah. Scene 4.
Yes.
Back at the manor, Jubilee skateboards off the grounds. To me, this was very 90s because I was thinking of like Bart Simpson on a skateboard.
Oh, yeah.
It was giving me those very Bart Simpson vibes and Jubilee's skateboarding. And it was not just like any random skateboard. It was like a purple, brightly colored skateboard with like a crazy design on it. I'm like, that is such a 90s moment.
Don't have a man.
You got mail. 90s moments.
But, so
All right,
there
I'm
you
going to
go.
add a 90s moment.
Okay. 90s moment. Jubilee skateboards off the grounds. She's been left alone and wants food. Although not vegetables, because she just taps them in the fridge. She sees graffiti that says, "Destroy all mutants." She somehow uses her pews to clean it up. Yeah, because that's what they do. She confronts the racists inside, but they easily subdue her because, well, she's Jubilee. So yeah, these FOHers are like, they're not just going after mutants too. Now they're being racist and going after like Muslim people and like horrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
Rude. Stop being a Trumper. Anyway, Colossus comes into the rescue. He says it's not that weird he's there because he was coming to see the X-Men.
Yeah, so apparently this like convenience store is directly next to the manor.
Yeah.
It's a little rando.
And then the guy, it's weird because the guy comes out and is like, doesn't say a word, but he like thanks them somehow. What does he do? He just taps them, or they tap him on the shoulder. You're good now. Like, it was really weird.
Yeah, it was weird. Back at the manor, Jubilee leads Colossus into the kitchen. She tells him Xavier is missing and Scott is in Washington with Jean and Beast testifying to Congress. Colossus says he's desperate for help and needs to get back to Russia. Jubilee agrees to go with him.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now we know, because Storm is still away with Rogue. Jean, Scott, and Beast are in Washington, so that just leaves Gambit unaccounted for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I know where he is.
Well, where is he? Because he does show up in this episode.
Oh yeah, he does. So yeah, he's not there
Yeah.
yet. Okay, I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
He's
Because
gambiting about.
later Gambit and Storm come into the whole fight and everything. So okay. Okay, 6. Jubilee flies the mini jet, but not very well. Colossus, she's like, I can drive. I'm not a kid. Colossus doesn't know what he's in for as she almost hits a mountain and then a train.
And she hits the water too.
Yeah. Oh,
I
poor
like the way
Jubilee.
whenever you talk as Jubilee, it sounds like she's drunk. I'm not a kid. I can fly.
Yeah, that's true.
Back in Russia, Jubilee and Colossus have arrived. Elsewhere, Omega Red walks into Parliament and begins to absorb their strength. Enter Dark Star to stop him from killing them. Oh, I didn't talk about her powers. She can manipulate the dark dimension, the dark force dimension.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering what she was doing because she was doing things. I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I like it.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very much tied to Natasha, Black Widow.
Okay.
Because that's where she kind of started as a villain. She was after Black Widow, and the Champions helped. So if you notice at this point, when they get to Russia, Jubilee has on like pants that are half. There's like a pink stripe down the outsides, and they're white on the inside, and she has a jacket on. So she's not wearing her usual like shorts and her yellow jacket.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even think about it. But you're right.
Really?
She wasn't. Yeah.
So I guess it didn't stand out to you. You didn't even notice it.
No, I remember there's a shot where she looked like an older lady. She looked like there's one point where she looked like she was like 40 years old, and I don't remember when it was. I was like, this is there's one thing when she was talking to. I think it was when she was talking to Dark Star. She's like, "Who are you?" And it was like a front as like a head on shot, and like she looked like a 40-year-old lesbian at that point. I'm like, oh, this is different. And then after that shot, it was over. Then she looked normal again. But
Kevin,
what?
I'm horrified.
Did you see what you're looking at it? Oh.
I was trying to look up Jubilee's outfit for you, and I found something.
Is she naked? You find some Jubilee porn?
So this picture is taken from the animated series. It's Jubilee and Storm in the mall. Only Jubilee's completely naked except for her yellow coat and boots.
So it's like her whole trench coaty yellow thing with this open, and you just see bush, and it's like,
and we ain't talking about the president.
oh my goodness.
I'm not going to search anymore. I don't want to see anything like that ever again. In fact,
there's
after
lots
we're
of stuff
done,
out there.
I'm going to put hot pokers in my eyes once we're done.
You know? Colossus and Jubilee run through the wilderness of Russia. They find Colossus's home is ruined. We get a flashback of Colossus going mental to save Ilyana. She crawls out of the wreckage, safe and sound. Okay, I just love it because she like crawls out of this like completely collapsed house without a scratch. She's like, hey there. Like, all right. Nothing. So I don't know. Unless maybe she didn't. Maybe probably didn't collapse on her. She said she hid, so maybe she just crawled in there. But still,
that's true. So this is a cameo because Ilyana is magic, but she doesn't ever show up as magic in this series. But I also had a thought, Kevin. I had a thought. It's very rare that I have thoughts, but I have a thought.
A dangerous pastime.
I know. What if in X-Men 97, Allison Court voiced Ilyana as magic?
Oh, I love it.
I think that because Ilyana has a very like kind of tragic backstory where she can open a portal to Limbo and like teleport through that portal, but she gets trapped there by Belasco, who's like the devil, and I think it was Nightcrawler's holding her hand, and he loses his grip and she's lost into limbo. And when they finally bring her out, she's aged like 10 years. So she like grew up in limbo and comes out a teenager.
Yeah.
And I actually think I have a theory in the New Mutants live action movie, which I actually liked. I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was better than some of the other X-Men tries, but she acts kind of childish as a teenager. I think they probably would have given her that backstory eventually to explain why she's like so quick to anger and childlike.
Right. Yeah, because she has her security blankets and her imaginary, like, I mean, she has Lockheed, I guess, on that too. But she has those little like childhood like habits that in that movie too, which is interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, I think they could easily do that story where she goes through the portal and comes out older in the TV series, and then we get Magic, who is a major player in the later comics. Like, she dies from the legacy virus, but she comes back later and like is Cyclops' second in command for a lot of time.
Yeah. And so in this series we don't see her with powers at all, right?
Right. Yeah, we don't.
So it would be really cool to have her come back in 97 and be like, surprise, y'all.
And especially having her voiced by Allison Court. Like, I don't know why.
That'd be great.
I just really love Allison Court because she's done 3 such iconic characters in my life. Like, I love Resident Evil, I love Care Bears, and I love X-Men.
Yeah.
Wolverine comes home to the manor to find Jubilee's note. He sees it's Omega Red and immediately leaves to fly to Russia.
Omega Red! I have to go.
Because I go where I want to go.
Yes. It's so weird that they're not saying these things that we thought they would say a lot more.
I know. I thought he says it more throughout the whole series, but I guess just in that Night of the Sentinels.
All right. Scene 10. Illyana leads Colossus to the facility holding their peoples, including their parents. Okay, this was such a stark difference because she's like super hyper blonde and everybody else in her family is like dark black hair. I was like, how did you get to be this blonde?
That's true. Yeah. Can we get a fraternity test? Can we go on
I know.
Maury?
It's like, mother, father, black, 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 black. Oh, Illyana. Oh, like. Colossus goes all metal and stays, destroying everything in his path. His playtime is interrupted by Omega Red. He had Illyana enter Wolverine. The two start to fight. Omega Red gloats as Colossus says, "Thank you," by throwing a tank. Thank you. With Omega Red down, the villagers escape. Omega Red frees himself, and Darkstar watches in horror as he continues his rampage.
Yeah, Darkstar's definitely like, was this the right thing to do?
Yeah. I loved the way, though, Colossus, like, dropped the gate, because he pulled apart the gate. He's like, and he lifts up, and then he goes, ah. Dropped it behind. Cracked me up.
And he's still wearing the same outfit from when we saw him in the Unstoppable Juggernaut.
I know. Just that white tank and those jeans or whatever. Like,
yep.
All right.
In a glen, Wolverine heals as Colossus checks on him. We get a flashback of Omega Red being created. Wolverine and Maverick work together to take him down before. Enter the Blackbird. Storm, Gambit, and Rogue are here and ready to help.
Yes.
And we have another Maverick cameo, which is crazy. 2 episodes in a row.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. History. Omega Red shows up to Parliament to address an empty room. Such a monologuer. Darkstar interrupts to tell him this isn't what they wanted. Omega tells her to Dark Dimension away.
Oh!
Dark Dimension Burger away.
Dark Dimension Burger, I love it. I love it. Back at the Blackbird, Colossus riles the villagers to action. to fight back for our country. Enter the tanks. Darkstar creates a shield and at the same time attacks the tanks. The X-Men join her in the fight. Darkstar says she has switched sides after seeing Omega Red in action and he needs to be stopped. So is this like when you started really liking Darkstar, or was she just a standout no matter what side she's on?
I mean, I think when she was first introduced, I was kind of just like, I don't know who this person is. So I was just intrigued from the get-go. But yeah, even no matter what side she was on, I was kind of all about her.
Yeah, the only thing I don't love about her is her costume. It's kind of janky.
Yeah, that's true. But her
But
hair,
she has a cool
though.
Power. Yeah.
She's got that
That's
big
some
hair.
Christy hair.
That's some Christy Maybelline hair. Yeah, for real. Trying to think when this was. When is Wolverine shirtless? Is that coming up?
It's somewhere in this fight.
Yeah, because there's one part where like I've been seeing weird like shots in this episode. So there's one part where like Wolverine like you see him shirtless, and then like he has his his mask thing on, but his neck is bare. You see his full neck, and then the next shot is the full neck cowl covered yellow. So I feel like it was colored incorrectly because it was supposed to be yellow up here, but they made it skin.
Ew.
And so it was like, yeah, I'm like, oh, he's got the mask on, but no neck cowl. And then next time it's like yellow. Like, interesting.
Yeah, lots of animation errors.
Yeah. Storm is weathering about, but is shot from the sky again. Darkstar catches her. The other X-Men join in on fighting Omega Red and the soldiers. Rogue is snagged, and Omega Red feeds on her energy. Wolverine comes to her aid, but is easily dispatched as well. Colossus comes to their aid, but is really easily dispatched as well. Darkstar tells Storm, calling the cold to freeze Omega Red, but he easily dispatches her too. Colossus holds Red as Storm calls on the ice. Darkstar pulls Colossus to safety as Omega Red freezes. Yeah, she's like, that's how... Darkstar's like, that's how we got him before. You can control the cold, right? Yes, I can. Do it, because that's how his weakness.
Yeah, and Colossus was like so eager to sacrifice himself, and it was so easy for Darkstar just to be like, nope,
Like,
I'm just going to snatch him.
Yep. I got those dark dimension powers. Yeah, I like that a lot. This is another... Oh, go ahead.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
I was going to say, this is another animation error. When Storm was summoning the stuff, her eyes moved from like the middle of her face, like down here, to like back up where they're supposed to be.
That's funny.
Like, it just jumped. Her eyes just jumped on her face.
That's never happened to you?
No! It cracked me up too. All right.
So I think part of like what turned me off from Storm as a kid is like she's always getting shot out of the sky. She's so like headstrong. She's always like, let's go fight. It's like, girl, like be a little discreet.
Right. She's like, wind, I have to fly. I have to fly no matter what. And that just makes it so obvious because you fly and then people see you. So it's like, you don't have to fly around all the time. You can walk around a little bit. You can like, maybe if you want to fly, just like lift your head softly off the ground, just go gliding like, instead of having to go fly high into the sky, you know,
like in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, where she just kind of hovers there.
There's a little spiral just under her feet.
Yeah.
And
I love that Ileana runs and hugs and thanks Colossus for saving them, and I'm like, fuck Storm's drag, like she did all the work.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know her, stranger danger.
Yeah. The three Russians in charge meet to celebrate their victory. The wall explodies and Darkstar comes in to let them know of their defeat and captures them.
Yes. At the Blackbird, the X-Men say goodbye to Colossus. They invite him to join, but he says no. He's needed in Russia. Jubilee offers to fly him anytime. I'll fly you. I can fly. I can drive. Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't
Stop,
fly.
Jubilee. Take some lessons.
Yeah.
You need to get your pilot's license.
All right, so that wraps up Red Dawn. Would you say this is X-Treme or X Out?
I would extreme this one as well. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh.
The only thing is I'm missing Cyclops. Cyclops hasn't been in these 2 episodes. I'm in a withdrawal real bad right now.
Kevin, this is where we differ. I would exit out.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and like I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't really like Omega Red.
Yeah.
This episode just seems kind of like random, and maybe I'm also tainted. But I guess I've always kind of not cared that much about this episode. But Eric Lewald did say that even when they were writing it, they had no info on Omega Red to like flesh out a better story. So this is one of the ones that he admitted is not one of his favorites either, just because they couldn't really explore the character.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I think. Oh, yeah. I think I like the Colossus stuff because I'm a Colossus fan, and so I think Colossus actually seeing his family and getting the Ileana introduced. That's where I really thrive in this episode. Why I like this episode. I don't care about the Make Red stuff at all.
I can see that. Yeah, I do really like. I have Colossus and Ileana both tattooed to my arm, so I'm definitely a Rasputin fan. That's their last name.
Yes.
Which randomly they once like. There was a comic where they connected them to Rasputin himself, like the Anastasia Rasputin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who would you say is the MXP?
I might surprise you here.
Oh.
I actually said Jubilee.
Wow.
And this is why. Because she was very proactive in this episode. Like, she was taking initiative to help her friends and stand up for her beliefs this whole episode. She was doing it. She even had the decency to think of writing a note. Like to the...
Yeah.
She's like, I'm leaving, but I'm going to write a note so that people know where I am and so that they can, help me or if there's any trouble or, so they're not worried. Like, I thought she was really on it. Even though she can't fly a plane, I think she was at least, she was making choices to, like, get in the fight and do things,
Yeah, I agree. She was really cool in this episode. She's not my pick, but I'm not completely surprised you picked her just because I agree. She was very key in this episode. I actually picked Colossus.
Yeah.
Because, he sought out the X-Men. He knew where to go for help. And then, like, he was so willing to sacrifice himself and do anything for his family. So even though this episode is named for Omega Red, like, Colossus stole the show.
Yeah, it really was about him.
Yeah. What would you say is the X Factor?
The X Factor is having whatever X-Men team that are available fight a douchey villain. I mean, like that's the X Factor, I guess, because that's pretty typical of them. You get some annoying character that's not going to be like the big bad, but just going to be someone to like annoy you and cause you problems, and that's what this one is.
Yeah, mine is similar in that like even today in the comics, there's still like people just making new mutants or hybrid sentinels to like fuck with the X-Men. So it's very much still like a trope that the humans will do whatever it takes to kill mutants. So it very much fits into that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for our previously on segment this week, I want to hear from you, Sexy Xies. You've heard me say that I want Allison Court to play Magic or Shadowcat, but who are you wanting her to play? And I'm going to leave this open, so you don't have to choose multiple choice. You can write in with any character you want to see.
Whatever your heart desires.
Yes. I'm going to answer Kevin.
Upon a star. Yeah. Me. I would love Allison Court to play me. That'd be amazing.
Yes. So our next episode next week is going to be Repo Man and Externally Yours. What do you think these are about?
Oh my gosh. These don't tell me anything.
They really don't.
I have no idea. Hopefully Cyclops comes back. Externally yours. So Mystique like shifts her organs to be outside of her body and like look at my organs.
So a little bit of bad news. Repo Man is more of a Wolverine episode, and Externally Yours is Gambit. So we're really getting into like right now. Each X-Men is kind of getting their own
side stories
episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, these are some good episodes. I'm excited to talk, especially Externally Yours. There's some characters.
Janice Hollenbeck, or no, it's gonna be the other lady. What's her face? The other blonde lady.
Oh, Belladonna.
Belladonna, that's who it is. Yeah, she's probably going to be in there. Okay.
We do see Belladonna in Externally Yours, so we get Gambit's whole backstory, which is very fascinating.
Okay. Cool.
So cool. So this week in the world of Magic Havoc podcast, you can go to our Hanging with the Hollowells Instagram and see Kevin and I doing a titty time for the finale of Charmed.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting.
We did a live recording with our shirts off. And you can see on Marvelous Galaxy of Disney, we talk about that actor who is rumored to maybe play Wolverine, amongst other news that's coming up. And what about you, Kevin?
Wow. You can find me at Words of the Witches. I just had an episode come out for Light of the World, which I had a very special guest, one of Sean's besties, on the show. We got to act out some scenes from the book, which was a first time, very fun.
Rachel's so much fun. I was so surprised when I found out you stole her from me.
I know, and we kept it a secret for so long. So, we had the best time, though.
I haven't listened yet, but I'm so excited to.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. So you can find us there. A really fun book. And then you can find my personal one, KGZ87, where I do have a new swimsuit edition of Cyclops cosplay that I did. So I had a lot of fun with that. I'm sure I'll take more pictures and do some photo shoots and stuff like that, but I had a lot of fun with that. So you can find me there. And yeah, I think that's all of them.
Cool. Thank you for listening, Sexy Xy's, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.